And now from our studios in downtown Winnipeg, it's time for 107 Live.
Throughout this week, we here at Classic 107 have been featuring young band students from across the city who have taken part in the Manitoba Band Association's annual Solo and Ensemble Festival, which actually took place today. The Solo and Ensemble Festival is the MBA's oldest initiative and is an adjudicated, non-competitive festival which offers a performance setting for woodwind, brass, and percussion players. Participants perform as a soloist or in ensembles of up to 6 members, with music selected by the participants. Joining me here in the Classic 107 studios to perform and tell us about the MBA's Solo and Ensemble Festival are members of the HC Avery Band Program and their teacher, DJ Oaks Monroe. Welcome back to you all, DJ, and to the students. Welcome here for the first time to our Classic 107 studios. It's nice to have you here. I guess I want to get right to the music, and so Julian, I'll get you to introduce yourself and tell us what grade you're in and tell us what piece you're playing.
Hello, my name is Julian. I'm in grade 7, and today I will be playing a song for you called Bavarian Folk Dance.
Okay, I'll let you go to it. That's great. Makes me want to break out my lederhosen and go to it. So, Julian, if you want to come up to the mic, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Just let him get situated here. So, my first question is, how did you come to that piece? How did you decide you wanted to play it?
I remember being handed this piece one day in class, and the first time we played it through, I was always fascinated how beautiful the trumpet sounded.
Yeah.
And so I stole my friend's music. I went home and spent the entire night writing out the song. And the next day I come and I play this piece, which I just played. And yeah, that's how it began.
Nice. How much time did it take you to learn it on the tuba?
Probably a few days. The original version and my version. Something like 3 or 4 days.
Nice. Do you really like practicing?
I love tuba and I love practicing.
Oh, nice. So you performed today at the Solo and Ensemble Festival. What kind of advice did you get from the adjudicator? What kinds of things did you...
The adjudicator told me I have a very good range. My notes are really good. She really enjoyed the song. Yeah. The advice is maybe to...
Well, it was around your embouchure, right?
Yes, to improve my embouchure, maybe not, to improve my embouchure, maybe not stretch it out too much on my high notes. And that's about it.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to bring the next group up. What do we have? We've got a trio. A clarinet duet. And I'll get the duet to, first of all, introduce yourself, tell us what grade you're in, and tell us the piece you're going to play. Just letting them get situated. So ladies, if you want to come on up to the mic and tell us your names and what grade you're in.
I'm Brooklyn, and I'm in grade 8.
All right.
I'm Sky, and I'm also in grade 8.
Hi, Brooklyn and Sky. And the piece you're going to play are?
And the piece is Melody by Schumann.
Nice. I'll let you go to it. Nice, bravo, nice job. So, ladies, if you want to come on up to the mic, and we'll have a little chat. So, the first thing I want to ask is, why clarinet? Why did you choose clarinet?
Well, for me, basically, like in grade 5, when we first tried out the instruments, I originally picked French horn, but then I got to school in grade 6, and they said they didn't have me down for French horn. They didn't have me down for any instrument.
Okay.
So it was either a flute or a clarinet, and I couldn't make a sound out of the flute, so I just went with the clarinet.
Okay. And how about you?
So I chose the clarinet because in elementary, we learned the recorder and stuff, and the clarinet is kind of like the recorder. So
Right.
It's yeah.
Yeah, and this is Sky
Yeah.
talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Clarinet's like recorder, just with about 20 times more air, right?
Yes.
That's great. So I have to ask, you're playing the duet, and it's so interesting that you have this part independence. Do you find that helps in full band, like when you're in the full ensemble? Does it give you some what's the word I'm looking for? Confidence that you can lay down your part? Just, you know what I mean? Like, you're playing the two of you, right? But in full band, there's many people. Does that give you a sense of leadership just because you've played the two of you, or no?
Sometimes, but not really.
Okay.
It depends on the type of song that we're playing.
Mm-hmm. And so you played today at the festival, and how did it go?
Well, it went really good. Me and Sky, we both thought it was good.
Mhm.
The adjudicator only had 2 things to say. So,
Right. And what did they say? Do you remember?
Well, yeah. They said that we need to, because we breathe at the same time, so
Right.
it's almost like we're, stopping and then restarting. So they said to maybe, have a little plan of where each of us are going to breathe.
Mhm.
So, we don't sound like we're about to stop and then, restart.
Right.
And the other thing was that I need to play louder, but I thought I was playing loud, so I was trying to play quiet. And also it says piano on the thing, so I was trying to play quiet, but she said I had to play loud.
And
So-
piano means?
It means really quiet,
Yeah.
but not too quiet.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bring up. Thanks, ladies. I'm gonna bring up the other trio. And if you want to introduce yourselves and say what grade you're in.
I'm
piece you're playing.
Rachel, and I'm in grade 8.
All right.
And I'm Monroe, and I've been stuck in middle years for a long time now.
That's great.
This was actually a trio, and the other 2 girls that were part of it had miscalculated. I think they maybe had confused the festival with coming down here to Classic 107. And so they're at a basketball game, and we hope they're having lots of fun. So I'm standing in for at least one of them anyway.
All right. You want to tell us what you're going to play?
We're going to be playing Ballo by Handel.
Okay.
We're going to use a music stand.
All right. Oh, that was great. Okay, Rachel, you're the person I'm gonna ask the questions of. I guess my first question is, how did you come to that piece by Handel?
Well, originally I was supposed to be playing Killigrew's Soiree, and I was supposed to be an honorary trumpet.
Yeah.
But then they needed a clarinet for Ballo, and that's how I got to play Ballo by Handel.
All right. So the next question I'm going to ask is, and it's a question I'm always interested in, what's the best thing about being in band?
Probably the making music and having fun and like goofing around and squeaking on your clarinet sometimes.
That's the
and
best thing?
sounding kind of like Squidward. Yeah.
Nice. That's great. So, and you played at the festival today? How did that go?
It went good.
Did the adjudicator say anything, or?
They said quite a lot of good things about me and my trio.
Yeah.
And a couple things that we needed to work on were bringing out the flute more and having me and the saxophone kind of back off a little bit. And
so there's some balance issues?
Yes. Oh, yeah, you were. With Paige and Marissa. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of like the balance and having like the dynamics and kind of like playing around with the dynamics and the tempo.
Nice. That's great. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks so much. DJ, I'm going to get you to come up to the mic. I'm going to ask you a few questions. And this is actually something I wanted to ask you on Tuesday. How many years have you been teaching band at HC Avery?
At Avery, I started at Avery in 2002, so I guess that makes it 18 years now.
Oh, wow. That's great. So I noticed you've been doing some accompanying for some of the students. I'm presuming you had a chance to get down in Bethel Mennonite Church to see them perform? And
Yes. Yes.
accompanying them. So was that your entire day? Was just being
We
down there?
spent the whole day down there. We had 11 groups performing in the festival.
Oh, wow. So now that the Solo and Ensemble Festival is done, what's next for the band students at HC Avery?
Well, a rest for a day or so, I suppose, because we also had our winter concert Wednesday night.
Oh, wow.
So it has been a very busy couple of weeks for the band students. The grade 7 band and the grade 8 band now will start getting ready for the Classic 107 Concert Band Festival downtown next month, and they're going to be performing 2 of the songs that they performed in the concert last night. So we will keep working on Curse of Tutankhamun, and we will keep working on Crystal City Overture. And we will keep working on Portrait of a Clown, and we will keep working on Fires of Mazama.
So, I mean, that sort of leads to the next question I was going to ask. Classic 107 Band Festival happens, I think it's the 18th of February?
Yeah,
18th or
it's
19th?
the week of Louis Riel Day.
Right. So, for those listeners out there who don't know, how does the festival work? There's an adjudication that happens, but I understand that there's a test piece and then there's an optional piece. How does that work?
We have a list of test pieces that we look at every year, and we say, well, nobody's been playing this one, so it must be sort of falling off people's radar, and maybe we'll set it aside and we look for new compositions that have come out that people are excited to play that meet the educational goals that would be appropriate for that level. And so we have a list of maybe 15 pieces at each grade level. So grade 2 is the level that my bands go in, grade 3, all the way up to grade 6.
Yeah.
We have some fantastic concert bands here in the city, some of the best concert bands in the country, maybe on the continent.
Yeah, that's great. DJ and the rest of you, I just want to thank you so much for stopping by our Classic 107 studios and telling us about your experiences at the Manitoba Band Association Solo and Ensemble Festival. It's just been great. It's been so nice to have you here.
Thank you for having us. This is a big highlight for the students.
Oh, it's wonderful. If any of you out there would like to know more about the Manitoba Band Association and the programs they offer, you can go to mbband.org.
From our studios in downtown Winnipeg, you've been listening to 107 Live, Classic 107's Intimate Concert Series, the soundtrack for your life.